Sunday to everyone out here, man. Hope you are enjoying your Sunday. It has been a great Sunday indeed. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. This is the Good Things Jackson Show right here. I am your host, Brad Franklin, better known as Kamikaze. We got a lot of great guests here in the building today, so make sure that you tune in. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you're following us on social media. We are on Facebook, all right? We are on the Good Things Jackson Show on Facebook. We are live. You can leave your comments. You can leave your questions, all of those good things. Make sure that you are doing that and make sure that you are tuned in and tapped in to what we got going on. So tomorrow, for those of you that have not been paying attention, and you should have been, tomorrow, got a big album, a big project dropping. This guy's got a lot of stuff going on. He's a young GOAT, a young mogul in the making, and we got him on the show today just so we can tell y'all about this project and tell y'all about the new movie coming up, the documentary that just dropped on Amazon, all of that good stuff, man. I got my man Meezy, a.k.a. Lil Maul, in the building. What's up, brother?
What it do, brother? What it do, G?
Man, appreciate you being in the studio, man. So, live from Shady Oaks 6 is dropping tomorrow. It's dropping on a Monday. We're going to talk about that, too, at the same time. But tell everybody what they can expect from live from Shady Oaks 6 and tell them why it took you so many years in between projects, because this is the 6th live from Shady Oaks. So talk about why there was a gap in the project.
I really took some time out to kind of, learn the back end of the game, learn the business. I kind of ventured off into other stuff like film, just really kind of, spread my wings a little bit. So I took a little break off from the music. But music always been, one of my first passions, one of my biggest passions. So it always been there. But
Yeah. So what was the motivation behind Live from Shady Oaks? I mean, why did you name it that, and why did it become a series?
That's where I'm from, and I came up with that name when I was like 19, 20. So it ain't really no real explanation behind it besides where I'm from, like any other young, person do that coming from a neighborhood or a poverty area. Yeah. So what can they expect from the project, man? Tell us some of the names. There's a lot of stars on that project, man. Let's talk about that. Who you got on this project? I got Dear Silas. He on the intro.
Yep.
He actually did the whole intro by himself. Sip T, GT, he out of Detroit. Coach Joey, he out of Detroit. Gentry, Franchise, Parkway Man, my homeboy True Star out of Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I ain't forgetting, but my guy Joker, that's one of the guys I started out with from day one. He on the track. It's really a surprise track. You won't really know it till you hear the project.
That's right.
Charles Palmer production, Markel, that's my little cousin. He produced 75% of the tape. So, it's from live show 5 to 6. I can say it's a lot of maturity in it. So I hope everybody enjoy it.
No doubt. So how did you manage to acquire all of these guest appearances that you have, man? All these relationships that you built?
Also I think I got a King Mali on there.
Yeah.
He sent me a hard verse. I guess people just really kind of lean to me just off of, credibility, just, me being in the music business for quite some time and never married how I moved over the course of years.
Now, you were talking, before we came on the air about you deciding to venture off into the business side, going behind the scenes is one of the reasons why it was a lot of time in between projects. So, talk about what you learned about being on the road. You and Joker went all over the country, man, all the way up to Alaska on the tip and representing Mississippi, man, wherever y'all went. But, you say you discovered another aspect of the game that enticed you a little bit more to being an artist. Talk about that a little bit.
I was able to see, I always been a guy that like to be hands-on. I really like to see everything that's going on. So with me being hands-on, I was able to see, whoever handling the business get to, handle the business. So I took a big liking into the business because I'm, the whole point is where the money is. Music is a passion, but at the same time, we all would like to get paid for it. We don't want to do nothing for free. So I had bills to pay, so I need to know the business side of them.
Right.
Coming from where we come from, we got limited resources, so a lot of times where we seen other people outside of our state blowing up from, we didn't have the resources, we didn't have the financial backing. So I was trying to learn, I was reading, trying to learn the things the stuff that we paying people to do. I was trying to learn it without having to pay them. So, you know, because them people that we paying, they putting it right in their pocket because they already know what to do. So I was trying to be one of them guys. How can I cut the middleman out?
That's it, exactly. So you got an accompanying documentary that's dropping, you know, with this record. Should already be available. It's going to be up on Amazon as well. It's called Thank You, the documentary. Talk about that a little bit and talk about the inspiration behind that and what can people expect when they check this thing out on YouTube or on Amazon.
Yeah, it's going to be on YouTube, Amazon, and possibly Tubi as well. I mean, it's just an hour documentary, just me narrating what I've seen over a course of 20-year span living in Jackson, what we dealing with on the economic side or the political side, just every day from, you know, my perspective. So, you know, it's just opinionated on how Miles C. Jackson and what I had to deal with coming up in the music business and, you know, everyday obstacles any black person I had to deal with coming out of Jackson, Mississippi.
No doubt. So where do you see Jackson now, as opposed to the time that you were coming up and you were a younger artist? You know, where do you see it musically, and where do you see it just as the city stands? Because you've grown now, you've gotten older, you've had a chance to, you know, to travel the world, you have a chance to put out projects, and we're going to talk about, you know, the movie stuff in just a second, but, you know, how have you seen this city change from the time that you were a young artist when you and Joker were traveling the world to now you're being more of an executive?
Musically, I think it has inclined because of social media. A lot of people are able to reach a lot of people from their homes versus, you know, when I was first started doing music, we had to travel to reach those people. We had to build like a lot of firm relationships versus now you can just send them people a DM or you can send them $50 and make them repost, and a lot of stuff just different. So you see a lot of more artists able to pay their bills versus back then you had one or two who were getting recognition versus you got 10 or 15 in the whole state, some you may not even heard of, but these people are paying their bills every month just off of, you know, music. So I definitely think as a whole it has inclined.
So you got a movie coming out very soon. It just wrapped up, just completed. That's going to star a very controversial figure, Mr. Charleston White, but, you know, also it's got some homegrown talent in as well. What's the name of this movie, man? And talk about it a little bit so people can get ready for
it. The name of it is Wrong Address. It's starring Charleston White out of Dallas. It's starring Franchise, he out of Jackson. Man, it's called Wrong Address. The mail lady delivered a box to the wrong address, and everybody has to deal with, you know, it being at the wrong address and them not giving it back to the rightful owner. So, you know, I enjoyed shooting it. It took about 12 to 13 days to shoot it. Franchise, dope artist, even dope actor. Me and him just met over the last year and a half, and he's been one of the ones that I take a big liking into. So, like I said, he on the project as well.
So talk about, you know, his acting chops, man. I know you and I both talked about, you know, him being a natural in front of that camera and coming in, you not having to do a lot of coaching with him. You know, were you surprised that, you know, how he was able to come through and conduct himself, or, you know, was it easy? Was it hard? I mean, you know, describe the experience when you first got him behind that camera or in front of that camera.
I definitely was surprised, but he's a all-around talented person, clean cut guy. Kind of got his head on straight, so man, you know, Franchise just a good, all-around good person. So, and then him being from Mississippi, man, I just, you know, love working with my own. But he damn near got a Hollywood touch to him on the acting side. Very clean cut. He didn't need any coaching. Ran straight through everything, like 1, 2, 3, like he been doing.
Yeah. So describe working with Charleston White, man. I know for a lot of people out there, you know, you either love him or you hate him or you're indifferent, one of the two. So you consider him to be kind of a controversial figure in social media and pop culture these days. So how did that relationship come about? How did you catch up with him, and how's it been working with him?
Charleston is a very controversial, but off camera, I think he's a very intelligent guy. he reminds me of an uncle from, from the neighborhood that everybody kind of have in their family. I think he kind of, as an older guy, he kind of learned the algorithm game. So I think he taking advantage of, to him, I guess he probably looking at it as free money, you know what I'm saying? So he taking advantage of the algorithm, the social media, and, he getting paid. So I mean, I ain't here to just really knock, people hustle. I salute him. I think he's an intelligent black man, and I'm just grateful for the friendship. And like I say, wrong address on the way.
Yeah. So you had a chance to, dive into the Dallas hip hop scene and the movie scene over there. How would you compare what they're doing to what's being done over here? Because we churning our movies and we churning our music over here too. So we got our scene, but how was it hooking up with some of the cats from over there in Dallas?
My whole goal, I think I told you a little while back, it was to really connect dots. And Dallas is a very growing city. Like I said before, Detroit is a growing city. Detroit is pretty big in the hip hop game right now. I think Dallas is growing. Dallas got a little over like 2 million people. So I'm just really trying to bridge the gap. So shining light on, Mississippi in the way I can. So that's just, been my whole goal.
Yeah. So I think the folks want to know, man, we've had crosses, we've had double crosses. So what can they expect from that series coming up?
Triple cross. We should do something in Jackson.
Triple cross is coming up real soon. So there it is, man. Live from Shady Oaks 6 is dropping tomorrow. Why did you decide to drop it on a Monday?
I always drop music. I think it's always best to drop music during the week.
Oh yeah.
I think the weekend everybody kind of doing their thing. During the week we kind of slow down and we kind of paying attention to more what's going on social media. So I always drop music during the week. But man, I really drop it. For me, it ain't really for nobody else. It really just I had a last project I put out. I ain't want that to be the last one. I wanted to show the people a little maturity.
Yeah.
So.
Is this gonna be the last project you do as an artist?
Man, I really just, I don't take a liking into music. Like, I like to listen to music, but I'm not all about in there, hopping around, smoking and cussing in the booth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I kind of matured out of that. So, not saying, you got a couple people like yourself that, I feel like-minded that can, that'll make me want to get in there before me sitting back and want to just, kick it with the guys that I like listening to. I don't think I'm past it. I'd rather just listen to them than work with them. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I'm kind of.
So that's a maybe then. That's a maybe.
Yeah.
We'll say it's a no. Ain't a maybe.
Yeah.
It's a maybe. We might get
wherever the money is. G.
Wherever the money is at. Live from Shady Oaks 6, man, is dropping tomorrow on Monday. Y'all need to make sure that y'all go and stream that project wherever you stream your music. It's gonna be available on all platforms. Thank You. The documentary is available right now on YouTube, and it'll also be available on Amazon and on Tubi as well. It's a lot of prominent people that you'll see in that documentary, man. Kind of gives a really good in-depth look into what's happening in the city, man. I think your former mayor Tony Yarborough is in there. Albert Sykes, Benz, Boo, Bobby Rush makes an appearance in there as well. So it talks about the city of Jackson from Maul's teenage years all the way up to these days, all the way up to the water crisis, Deion Sanders coming through the city. It's a lot of good stuff, man. It's a really, really, really comprehensive view into the city of Jackson, man, and what's going on in the city. So y'all make sure that y'all check that out, man. Make sure that y'all support this brother and what he's doing, because he's a young mogul in the city, definitely putting the city on tap. So Meezy, appreciate you for being here. Make sure y'all go get Live from Shady Oaks